Alright, hey guys, Simon here. We're playing Minecraft. And we're doing something slightly different today. We're in creative mode. And so I've had this idea for a little while, is to create a sort of design course for learning design through Minecraft. And then the idea is I would set up a few exercises, or actually quite a few exercises. So a series of exercises in Minecraft. And I would talk about architectural concepts, and then you would kind of experiment with those concepts in the game. For example, spaces and scale and proportions and light and shadow and stuff like that, and telling stories and stuff like that. So anyway, I hope that makes sense. I mean, if you've studied design or architecture or have been in any sort of university level course, then that would kind of make sense. If you haven't, then just think of it as a kind of like school, except we're playing video games and learning at the same time. So I've chosen this. Does it tell you the seed here? It doesn't tell you the world seed here. Anyway, the world seed is SCK Chewies is my name, and you end up here. So the idea is to have like a sort of like a city or a town. And then different parts of the town are the different exercises. So there are a few things that I've kind of thought about. And also, as I do this, you might want to, if you have any ideas or suggestions, feel free to just make them. And if you think you can improve this, just kind of tell me and give me ideas, and then I'll think about it. So we have like a town statue. So this is like the list of projects, town statue. And that's just an introductory thing for people to learn about Minecraft and building stuff in Minecraft. A statue is quite difficult, but it'll be interesting. There'll be a market district, there'll be a temple, there'll be a residential district, there'll be a mausoleum, or I guess like a mausoleum. There'll be a garden. The garden probably will be on there, so there'll be like a separate garden, or like a park or something over there. It's kind of an island. Mostly, it's a peninsula, but there's a bit of the land is connected there, but it's kind of surrounded by water. So the island is there and the garden's there. There's going to be a town square, and then there'll be like a major project at the end, which I will explain more when we get to it. So for now, I've put down glowstone. So each of these is 10 blocks. So every 10 blocks I put down glowstone, and I was thinking each project might be maximum 30 blocks by 40 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, each project maximum might be 30 blocks by 40 blocks. And if you've done any sort of building in Minecraft, you might think that's actually kinda big. And you are right, it is kinda big. 30 by 40 is about as big as you can get. Like the idea, okay, so the idea is you spend a week on each, or I would release, each exercise, 1 week after another. 30 blocks by 40 blocks is quite a bit of work. So, yeah, but then, if you make it too small, then you can't really do much. So that's the thinking at the moment. So, I have been thinking about this a bit already, so I kind of have a bit of a head start on you guys. Also, I want to leave 10 blocks, so it's going to be like 10 block modules. The roads will also be 10 blocks wide. Let me just look at this a little bit. How should I do this? I was thinking the statue can be up here, and I'll make a plinth for the statue, maybe. So if you just kind of put down the orange wall here. It's kind of awkward. I guess I'll build the base for the statue, and it would be at most 20 by 20 blocks, or I'll probably make it slightly smaller than that, and have a bit around it that's slightly more decorative for the base of the statue. I guess I'll fill that in. So I'm just doing this, just thinking about this as I go. And I've got some ideas, but I don't really have any clear plans at the moment. So, as I said, If you have any ideas or thoughts, feel free to leave comments. So let me just mark this out here. And hopefully as I kind of lay out this town, you can kind of see what I'm doing and hopefully it'll make sense. So here we have, let me just get some signs. Where are my signs? Signs are here. So this is the statue. The town statue is there. Curiously, actually, I might just... Should I move it? Maybe I should move it back. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe I should move it back to there. That might make more sense, actually. And then have the town square... I was gonna have the town square like there. We might change this later on. I was gonna have the town square 30 blocks by 40 blocks there. But I might just shift that into the corner there a little bit and then move the town square across. That might be... Hold on, let me just do it first. The thing is, like, the thing with, like, designing is you make decisions and changes as you go. And the whole point is to, you know, to do that, because then you might... Hey, go away. To do that is because then you're supposed to improve your ideas as you go. And if you're just drawing on a piece of paper, it's kind of faster than building in Minecraft. Although, you know, paper is just paper, whereas Minecraft you have stuff in 3D. So doing stuff like this takes longer than it does to draw something on a piece of paper, right? But I guess this is useful for you guys to see this. 2, 3, and don't shy away from making changes to your designs as you go, or even just kind of redoing stuff. Obviously, you don't want to redo too much, but you wanna get used to. Actually, that's not it. Still have one more module. You wanna get used to changing your ideas, and there are ways to do this efficiently. Like if you just kind of do everything in high detail and then look at it, and then change your ideas, then it's kind of not efficient. So the idea is you make a draft, or you make a sketch, and then you look at the sketch, and then decide whether you want to change it then. So you don't put all your time into it. Oh crap, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's right, that's 40 by 30, so that's the town square. There. So we're just sketching, right? We just kind of have this really kind of bright orange wool, and we're sketching in these blocks. Town square. Yeah, so we're just kind of sketching in these blocks, and we can change them fairly easily. Yeah, the more I look at it, the more I think I want to shift this over. Because I don't know what to do about this now. I don't want to make the statue too big. The statue is the first project. It can be fairly small. Although, to be honest, a small statue might be more difficult because, you know, everything is blocks in Minecraft. And so a small statue means you have to be very careful how you make your shapes. Otherwise, things would look kind of ugly. So there's going to be like a port here. Kind of. Well, it's not really a good place for a port. Yeah, again, the more I think about it, the more I think, hey, I should put a port here. And shift everything. Maybe I should just do that. Alright, let me just do that right now. Because the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. Just to shift this over. And this is what I mean. You might just want to change things as you go, and don't be afraid to do it. If you have a good idea, go with the idea, even if it takes more work. It's also why a lot of design projects are, you know, over budget and over time, because people make changes. If you want a good design outcome, you have to be not afraid of making changes. But making changes means you have to spend more time on it, you know. And sometimes you can't afford those changes. But if you want good design, then you have to spend the time. Does that make sense? I don't know, maybe it does not make sense for anyone who's actually not done a design project. And maybe this is why, you know, I'm making this. Just because I guess even if I do this and I tell people, hey, I've got a project for you every week, and you might start kind of learning about time constraints. Although, you know, it's not like I'm grading you or anything. Although I can give you a grade if you want. Not that it means anything, right? I'm not gonna fail the course. Yeah, but if you ask for a grade, I'll give you a grade. But these are quite big projects. 30 by 40 blocks is quite big. And to do something that size in a week, this is going to be a town square, so it's mostly just going to be flat ground, and so it's just kind of open areas. So that's not as bad as it might seem. But a 30 by 40, like a mansion or a castle, imagine like a 3 or 4 story building that's that big. You can do it, but you just have to. It takes time. It's not trivial. It's doable, but not trivial. Town statue. Alright, let's just shift that over here. And drop that sign. And now here, town square. Yeah, I'll just shift it across one. I won't move it forward because I want roads between the water and the town square. Or at least leave a space between the water and the town square. Might be roads, might be like a beachfront area or something. Probably is important to leave that. So just shift this across. This is kind of slightly easier because we can reuse 2 sides of it. Oh yeah, kind of most of the sides of it. Actually not most, some of the sides of what we have already. So the mausoleum... So you know, the idea is the town square is near the water. It's also near the market. The market is near the port. The port is on the water. And I've said this before in other descriptions of towns, but the idea is you need to bring goods into the city from the port. And then so you have the port, if the market close to the port, that means you don't have to move the goods around too much to bring it to market, to get it, you know, to sell it. These are the sorts of things you kind of learn if you look at cities a lot. You know, most cities in the real world are near ports, or actually they are ports, and they're near the ocean or rivers, just because it's easier to move large amounts of goods around with boats. Like, boats are more efficient than, you know, trucks, or horses, or camels. And then I was thinking that the residential district and the mausoleum would be that way, but it's kind of, people don't like living near mausoleums. So I might have to reconsider that. And put the residential district. I don't know, let me just finish this and then think about it. So how big should the market be? We need a few shops. Not too big. The town square there. The market... We might have the market 3 by 3. I don't want to make it too big, but I know the dangers of making it too small. So I was gonna say maybe either 2 by 3 or 3 by 3. I might just have it 2 by 3 and have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shops and then like an open area in the middle. And that's the market. It's a pretty small market, but the market is also an early project too. I think it's going to be the second project. So it'll be the town statue and then the market. So let's make that kind of small. So 20 by 30. And let's put that right... Or... So now the road is there. The ports can be here. 20 by 30? Do I want to keep a road between... Yeah, I do. I want to keep a road between the square and the market. I guess we can have a sort of a boardwalk here. I don't want to spread this out too much neither, because... Yeah, so here's the problem. Actually, let me just draw it so you can see it. So 20 by 30 like there, I'm thinking right now. You can have it the other way, actually. Or we can have it just bigger. No, let's not make it any bigger than it really needs to be. The port, market. You know, like right now I'm thinking the market goes like here. And, you know, I said, the thing is, like, it should be, the market should be open to the road, and it should be open to the port. And I was describing, you know, like 5 shops surrounding a central open area. But that's only open to one side. I don't know if you guys can visualize that or not. And I'm gonna try and explain it. Maybe we have 4 shops and a bigger central open area. We can do that too. So this the market. So I was describing like a central open area and then 5 shops around it. Let me just drink some water. Alright, so 5 shops surrounding a central open area, but then it'll be open to water, which is just water, and it's not open to the square, which is the public space, which is kind of strange. So maybe I'm thinking now, it should be open here, and then the shops will be back here, but then if we do that, some of these shops are further back, and a little bit too far back. So maybe like we have this is the open area, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 shops. I guess we can do that. So then it'll be open to the water here, and we're open to the road and the square there, which would make sense. Let's do that for now. The market doesn't need to be too complex. As I said, it's the second project. It shouldn't be that difficult, although it's kind of difficult. Market. District. And then out here, not a project, but still a thing, will be seaport. Or harbor. Kind of. Out here. And yeah, out here, maybe beach. Let's just call this maybe beach. Right, so there's 3. So we got temple, residential district, mausoleum, gardens on the island. The gardens we'll have to think kind of carefully. It'll just be the whole island, so it'll be this thing. It'll be the forest. I guess you have to chop down a few trees. Chop down the forest, and it will end here. I might just turn that into water as well. I'll just chop down a few trees here. Actually, let's just do that. And just say the entire island is the garden, or the park, or whatever you want to call it. So let's chop down that tree. Let's remove some of this. There we go. And let me get my bucket of water. And buckets. buckets. There we go. Actually, was that it? Yes, that's it. Alright, so that there, and then we'll break some of this, I guess. Just move that back. Kill that tree. Probably push this back a little bit more. And widen this, just to make it fairly clear that it's separate. Is that good enough? I guess so. Let's just push that back. Alright, there we go. And let's just drop some water there. Oops.